Hello there. I'd just like to welcome you to the quick watering video of the Mountfleet models Boston Typhoon Icelandic Trawler. This is probably the largest model that Mountfleet produce. She is a huge boat. Of course, very expensive. I think the basic cost of this kit just on its own is around £725, plus I think the propeller on this one cost me well over £50. Very expensive, plus probably takes about 9 months to a year to actually make the kit, so you can appreciate the amount of work that actually goes into this boat. But you know where the cost comes when you look at the detail on these boats. They are probably the height of detail. A lot of these were steam driven, even though they were converted to diesel in a later stage. This one was diesel right from the outset. But some of the older boats were steam powered when they were first launched. The history of the Boston Typhoon: she was actually launched in 1959 as part of quite a large fleet. These obviously fished out of Fleetwood, but they were an Icelandic boat. So they steamed up off the coast of Iceland, obviously where the fishing grounds were much better, much richer, and they did this quite a number of years. Unfortunately, in the 1970s, the Icelandic people wanted their waters back for exclusive use by their own boats, and this actually led to what was called the Cod Wars, and it got quite heated. The Royal Navy were involved, and the Icelandic ships were steaming over the trawl wires of these boats, causing catastrophic damage, and it led to the banning of these ships actually being able to fish in those waters. And of course it pretty much killed the Fleetwood fishing fleet more or less overnight. This boat was owned up until late 64-65 by the Boston Fishing Company, when it was sold to a South African company to fish off North Cape in South Africa, which she did quite successfully for many years. She did actually she was grounded in Iceland, and just after this event she was, I think that was actually part of having damaged from another trawler which actually steamed into her. It was quite well documented at the time, but obviously it's sort of disappeared into the annals of history now. But not long after that event, she was sold on to the South Africans. She trawled quite successfully until around 1978. And she had a very, very severe engine room fire, which more or less gutted the back half of the ship. And she was towed back into the Cape Town in South Africa, but it was really uneconomical to repair her, really. So she was basically a write-off, and she was sold for scrap, and the per hull was actually towed out to off the coast of South Africa, Cape Town, and she was scuttled to become part of an artificial reef. So she did have quite a good few years fishing. and very successful. These boats were widely used all over the UK, not just Fleetwood, but on the east coast as well, out of Hull, Kings Lynn, and some of the Scottish fishing ports as well. But yeah, that's where she left her days. Obviously these were a big boat. The full-size boat was just off the top of my head, they were 140 feet long, and they had a beam of 28 feet. The engines, I think, were 1,100 horsepower. So they could quite move. I think they had a top speed of around about, cruising speed of around about 12 knots, which for quite a large boat wasn't too bad for this when she was launched in '59. Obviously the model is built to 1/32 scale. That's the one you can see here. The model is 56 inches long, so yes, she is big, and she has a beam of just over 10 inches. So as you can appreciate, big model. This one is actually going up for sale on eBay. There won't be any postage, so please don't ask. However, it's going on this week. I will be going down to Wicksteed Park to Model Boat Mayhem. So if anybody does want this boat and they want to meet me there, I could possibly take it down with me. I'll be going for the weekend, for the Saturday and the Sunday. I'm going to have this boat go Friday to Friday for 1 week. So if you did want it, you would have to obviously complete the sale by the Saturday morning, early doors before I leave. If you did want it taken down, that is. Obviously, if not, then that's fine. But it's obviously collection only. I'm in the north of Greater Manchester. But yeah, she is a stunning boat, and the detail is absolutely second to none. You can spend literally 5-10 minutes just looking at the detail on the boat. You've got absolutely everything. Your trawl boards and your gallows, literally. The trawl winches are absolutely a work of art. You've got some nice detailing in there as well. I've actually put the nets on. You'll be fishing. I've got a couple of lobster nets just thrown in for good measure. And as you can see, detail is absolutely wonderful. Also, even down to, you've got full detail, which you probably can't see here, inside the cab. Should I say the wheelhouse? Even down to the heads at the back. You have got a proper toilet in there, and I won't say that's on the back of the toilet door. You do have a calendar. Obviously the tender is fully detailed. Yeah, she is a very, very, very nice model. I am actually putting this in an auction, so the highest bidder will get it. Hopefully don't get any silly bids, because if she doesn't do a reasonable amount, she won't be going. Literally the only reason I'm selling this one is because I just need the room. Propulsion wise, she's fitted with quite a large Pitman, believe it or not. 12-volt motor, brushed, so nice and simple. It's got an electronized speed controller. She sails, as you'll probably expect, absolutely beautifully. Obviously for a large model, little bit of weight there, but she gets in the water and she glides along effortlessly with the motor in. Got a reasonable size there. That is Prop Shop Prop. I think that one's 50 millimetres or 55, can't quite remember now until I get my spanner out. I should have seen my tape measure out. But yeah, lovely boat, and I'm sure you'll agree, an absolute beauty. If you need any more details, please get in touch or have a look at the eBay listing. Well, I've got a funny feeling it's going to be quite popular, this, because these very, very rarely come up for sale. As you can appreciate, they're an expensive kit to buy and take an awful lot of time to complete to a good standard, and this one is built very well. It's not been hashed up, it's been built how it should be, painted how it should be, and finished to a very, very good standard. I won't say it's a show winner because I haven't taken it to any shows, but I'm sure if anybody took it, it'd be well up there. So yeah, a lovely, lovely model. So hopefully you like it. Thanks for looking, and sorry about my wobbly camera work.